Hello Sagittarius, welcome to this reading. We're going to be taking a look at the current energy for the sign of Sagittarius for the week of October 10th. Now do keep in mind that this is a general reading, so take the messages as they resonate, drop the ones that do not, and also check out your sun, moon, and rising signs. Let's go into what we have here for you, Sagittarius. Now, I am using the Golden Art Nouveau Tarot, the After Tarot, and the Kipper Oracle deck. There are links to all of these decks in the description below if you'd like to pick them up for yourself. All right. Do hope you're doing well. Hope things are going good for you, Sagittarius. Please do hit that like button and subscribe, as it really does help my channel grow in a big way. All right, let's go ahead and put this right here, and I'll take a couple of these, make sure we're all set up and in view. Get right into it. I think we're looking just about good enough to me. All right, energy on the bottom. You have the Queen of Cups. So Queen of Cups is, I don't always say this, but the word mystery came into my mind. You have two cards that I associate together, like that I think are very similar, which is the High Priestess and the Queen of Cups. These cards are very similar in that they both connect to a deep intuition that you have or that somebody else has. The truth is that we all have an ability to develop deep intuition, right? Just because, like, for example, I read tarot cards on YouTube doesn't make me like some sort of like special oracle, right? Like, I've developed my intuition and I've learned how to read the cards. Anybody can do that, right? Anybody can develop their intuition, especially you, Sagittarius. Sagittarius people are extremely intuitive. I say this in my readings many times for Sagittarius people, and it's because I know about Sag energy. I'm a Sag rising. I have a couple other Sag, or I have another Sag placement, and I just really like the Sagittarius frequency. But yeah, so like for you here with this Queen of Cups on the bottom, I got off on a tangent there, but for you on this Queen of Cups on the bottom, this is about you trusting your intuition on something here. And Sagittarius, what I think this is connecting to is love, okay? Now, I'm going to bring in messages for career and finance and for love, but there is a very clear love situation here that's on your mind at this time, okay? This upper row, it's all about love for you. The upper row is the row of your thoughts. Now, below here, there's something below the surface, though. There is something percolating here that feels very exciting for you. But there is this other thing going on here in love that I think is occupying a lot of headspace at this time. It's, taking up real estate in your mind. And, what I would say is, this is probably the message here I feel like saying this, as soon as I put the cards out, I felt like I needed to say this, but there's probably somebody that you're separating from here, or that you've already separated from, and this is actually something that you needed to have happen anyway. This is actually for your highest good. I can't tell you what's for your highest good, only you know what that is, but the idea is that this person was not compatible with you and being in your life, okay? And that's the truth of this reading here. So in the overall situation, you have the Four of Wands. The Four of Wands is a card of marriage. Maybe you had marriage thoughts about you and this person. But if not, I don't even feel like some of you had marriage thoughts with this person. I think there's like a group of you that had, and maybe this was a deeper connection. I also think there was a group of you who didn't have, like, we didn't get to the marriage portion or the marriage stage of this relationship, but this felt like something that was long-term, or it could have been something that was long-term for you. And in your relationship life, I feel like that's something that you had considered, or there's something that you felt like there was a long-term situation with you and this person, or there could have been. Yeah. And the other thing with this Four of Wands is, this can represent a new start in one's life. It can also give you something to celebrate. And so there's something about stability here coming in pretty heavily with the two fours in the middle. And what I will say is I feel like some of you are going to recognize that you don't need to look to other people for stability. You are stable yourself. Okay, you're capable of providing yourself with stability or being comfortable and confident in yourself. Now, in the past, you have the Page of Cups, you have the Star, and you also have the Temperance card here. So we've got your energy. The Temperance card is the Sagittarius card, and then we also have Aquarius here showing up as well with the Star card. Any sort of water sign as well as coming in here. But anyway, so this Page of Cups, in the past year, you thought a lot about this person, maybe how you met, or the first couple dates or the first couple meetings or whatever with this Page of Cups. This is somebody that you really thought a lot about. This person's thinking about what could be in this cup, or this person's thinking about like how you could grow. Basically, this Page of Cups is like the invitation of love. It is the invitation that could maybe spark a romance. It is some sort of love offer or love news or love opportunity here in the past. This also could be like young love as well. It doesn't matter what age you are, but it could feel like there was young love here. I know this is heavy love energy. But the thing is, this idea is, I feel like in the past year, I think you had a really big, you had grand visions of where you and this person could go with the Page of Cups, the Star, and the Temperance energy. You even maybe felt like this person was a soulmate, because the Temperance card, it can bring a soulmate into your life, but only if you balance something out. Okay, only if you balance something out. And the idea is with the Temperance card, it's not just about soulmates, but in love it can be. But it's also about, the Temperance card primarily is about achieving and maintaining balance and harmony in your life. It's also about healing from a situation. You have the Star card as well. These two cards, the Temperance card and the Star card, you can see that they have this pool of water here. Okay, on both of these cards. They're actually also similar cards. And the pool of water is a healing pool of water. And so for some of you here, there was like a healing situation here in the past. For some of you here, there was maybe this like really deep connection that you felt like you had with this person. I also think on a different level here, if you're just not here for love and you're still with me, there is something here that you've been dreaming about in your life. The Page of Cups is a dreamer, the Star card is a card of your wishes being granted, and the Temperance card can be about alchemy. There's something that you've been trying to dream around here. There's something that you've been dreaming of in your life, whether it's a person or it's something else here in your life. And I think that this has been very important for you in the past, whether it was this love connection that you've met with somebody or this dream that you've had for yourself. Now, moving on, now in the current situation, you have this Three of Swords, the Four of Wands, and you also have the Four of Pentacles here. So we talked about how you've had this dream between you and another person or some other dream in your life. But in this current situation, you're recognizing that this might not happen, or this probably is not happening here. Okay, the Three of Swords is separation. It is it can be heartbreak in one's life. And, well, it is heartbreak. That's the Three of Swords is heartbreak. It can mean separation in relationships or separation between you and another person primarily, but it can also mean separation from a job. It can mean separation from a friend that you've been with for a long time, or that you've known for a long time, or whatever the case may be, right? It's separation in one's life. This has been this separation here, I feel like almost at first like knocked you off your course or knocked you off your path, but you quickly restabilized because we have two fours here. 4 is a number of stability. So I feel like this separation or this heartbreak or whatever it is, this knocked you off your path, but you quickly got back on your path. And I think, if anything, this exposed something that you maybe need to work on, or this exposed something that you perhaps now you didn't know that you wanted, but now you know. For example, like you maybe learned something through this person you were interested in, and maybe you're like, okay, actually that's not what I want in a relationship. Or, okay, maybe I need to do X, Y, and Z to bring in the next person. Or you maybe have learned something as a result of this experience. Some of you here are getting a new start as well with the Four of Wands. And again, I think for you, it's going to be extremely important here that you trust your intuition on this new journey that you're about to go on in your life, and know that there are some good things ahead for you. So, in the future, you have the Seven of Swords, you have the High Priestess, and you have the Six of Wands. Be careful where you're putting your attention, is what I feel like saying, okay? Be careful of, there's something here that is, how do I say this? There's something here that is calling your attention. And it's almost like maybe there's something here that's calling your attention. There's something here that's occupying your attention. And it's like those two things are different. So there's one thing that's occupying your attention, and there's another thing that's calling your attention. And this feels like a bit of a mystery, okay, with this High Priestess card. The High Priestess card is a card of mystery and hidden information, hidden knowledge. It's also the most intuitive card in the tarot. So we have the two most intuitive cards, the Queen of Cups, the High Priestess. I've talked about that at the beginning. And, you know, we do have some repeating imagery here with the pools of water here and the intuition here, the mystery, connecting with the mystery of life. There's something here that you need to maybe divert your attention away from. And there's something here that you need to put your attention towards. The Seven of Swords this is somebody who is stealing swords, okay? And so on one hand, this can be a card of deception, maybe somebody deceiving you or backstabbing you or whatever it is, or just somebody who is not as they appeared. On the other hand, this says, get your stuff together, you know, Sagittarius, like make sure you have a game plan. Like, is there something that you need to do that you haven't done yet? That's the Seven of Swords energy. And along with that, it's like if you build your outline, if you write your outline, if you come up with your strategy, the Six of Wands is saying you will take your victory lap. You will have a win if you do this. And so the Six of Wands is very positive here. And so there's been a wish here in the past. There's been something that's knocked you off your course on this wish, but now it's almost like you're getting a second chance or something, or there's a very simple solution, which is to pull your attention away from one thing and move your attention into another thing. I know that's overly simple, but that's what the cards are saying. Let's go ahead and let's take a look at these Kipper cards here. All right, so you have house, thoughts, despair, toil, and labor. All right, so some of you are like, do I stay where I am? Do I move to this other place? Maybe you're thinking about, like, do I buy property somewhere? Do I get a mortgage? Do I sell the house? Do I move to a different apartment? You know, this is occupying space in your mind at this time. Again, others of you have been thinking about a person here. Doesn't matter what gender they are. You've been thinking about a person here. And this is the other thing that I think is taking up space. Despair and toil and labor, it's like, with this relationship timeline or this relationship energy that I'm picking up on, it's like this person simply wasn't supposed to, like, it's just there's a lack of compatibility. And, like, it's almost like this relationship would have required a lot of work. And maybe if you were in a relationship with this person, you recognize that this is taking a lot of work for me to, like, uphold, you know? And I do get the sense that is that despair and toil and labor card. And it's like relationships and love shouldn't feel like toil and labor, you know? I mean, relationships take work and effort, but it shouldn't feel like, oh my gosh, like I have to do this, like I have to show up every day. That's like not what you signed up for. So let's go ahead and take a look at what we have here. Now, I do appreciate you being here. Thank you for spending your time with me. Please do hit that like button and subscribe, as it really does help my channel grow in a big way. So you have the Magician, the Nine of Pentacles, and the Fool. So what I love about this is the after tarot. It's a few moments after the cards were initially illustrated in the Rider-Waite. So it's pretty cool. But you can see the Fool here is well on their journey. They've leaped off the cliff, but they've made it. Okay, they're in the process of making it here. And, you know, the Temperance card and the Fool, you know, that's you. The Temperance card is Sagittarius energy. The Fool is going in a new direction. You know, this disruption was here for a reason. Probably not what you want to hear, but Spirit has a better plan for you in terms of your relationship situation, for sure. There was some time here with the Nine of Pentacles that can indicate being on your own and creating financial independence, or creating like your own independence, or connecting to your idea of independence with the Nine of Pentacles. And it's almost like Spirit's almost like showing up here as like, this is required for you. It's like sometimes we need to do things on our own, right? Like, I don't know, like for example, like maybe you're deciding to take like a big international travel, or like a big international trip. Like maybe some of you are deciding that you need to travel right now. Okay, like you need to travel. And maybe you're not sure why you need to travel, but it's possible that some of you need to travel in order for you to find the person that's right for you, or the person that's meant to be with you for some time, to find your other half. And maybe that's just like a rite of passage type deal that you need to do. I'm just giving you an example. And I feel like this is kind of the energy that's showing up here. Let's see what else we have. You have the Five of Cups. You have the Six of Swords. And wow, okay, you have the Eight of Pentacles. All right, so some of you here are really building something. You can see the statue is done, the work is done here on the Eight of Pentacles. And Eight of Pentacles says you have a major talent in your life. And you should trust yourself, and trust that, and know that about yourself. You have some sort of major gift or major talent in life. And this is here with the Four of Pentacles. The thing is, you're playing small. Four of Pentacles, there's certainty in the Four of Pentacles card, but the person doesn't feel like there's certainty. Okay, they're concerned about their money situation. They're concerned about something, right? Like they never feel secure, even though there is security. And for you, it's like you are really good at something. You do have a gift, okay, in life. And be certain, okay, know that. And recognize that, you know, here's another thing that I'm feeling guided to say. If you're still with me, you're still watching this reading, this is certainly for you. In 2022, and I suspect in 2023, and I suspect for the majority of the 2020s decade, this is the greatest time in history to make money. Like, you can literally make money doing anything. Okay, like you can literally make money doing anything, because we have all of these internet-based tools that allow you to take a skill that you have and build a business around it. This has never existed before, or if it has existed, it's never been as easy as it is today. And so just recognize that you can do something here if you want to. Like if you want to, you have a talent, you have a skill, you can absolutely build something here. And even if it's obscure, like such as reading tarot cards, right? Like if you have an obscure gift or skill or talent, whatever it is, woodworking, I don't know, whatever it is, like you have the ability to do something here. So do it, right? And the Six of Swords says, like, be guided. Allow yourself to move into that space. Wow, you have the High Priestess again in this row. You have the Queen of Pentacles. And you have the Hanged Man. Interesting. So this is the first time I pulled the Hanged Man here on this after tarot. So you can see somebody's like giving them water. Yeah, they haven't embraced their transformation yet. The Hanged Man really needs to embrace their transformation and go for something. You know, it's great to be pampered like this person's doing, but you can't, I mean, this person's not growing. And, you know, for some of you here, you're really into growth mode at this time. I think growth mode is very important for you. And this might have come after some revelations in your relationships, or a relationship or something like this here. But, you know, you have a really big chance to be successful here. Trust your intuition on that path. On the bottom of the deck, you have the Two of Pentacles. You are weighing your options here. You are thinking about how you can make this happen and how you can bring this in for yourself. So thank you so much for being here. If you enjoyed this, hit that like button, subscribe. Really appreciate you. And I will see you in the next reading.